Hello, people of the world today. It is me, Dale. This is Couch Warrior. Welcome to another glorious summery day here in New Zealand. I want to talk about a little bit about the final UFC of the year. Brandon Royval versus Manel Kip. We will be rocking and rolling, hopefully, through this thing. It's an Apex card, so yeah, it's an Apex card, so yeah, it's not going to have much substance on my end, unfortunately. So I'm just going to do you a nice little flickety flu. I've seen a few of these fighters fight before. Um, there's some there's some actual little bangers in here. I'll pop the I'll point those out when we get to them, of course. But yeah, and I've also got juicy news. I'm not going to do what everyone else has been doing, which is covering the Jamal Hill response video to Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and that whole that random beef thing that happened, because that was pretty cool. Well, by pretty cool, I mean pretty hilarious. And that's just me, to be fair. I'm just a weird guy like that. Okay, I guess you would say. But yeah, no, I thought that it was like, yeah. As soon as I saw that, like the defense video from Joanna, I was like, nah, this is some robot stuff currently going on. You know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. This is some robot stuff, and I'm like, nah, I don't believe this. And then Jamal came out with this, hard out, like, full on, like, take this, I'm gonna, take this. Like, he tried to get up in there. He, he tried to, as Tim Walsh once said, he tried slaughtering the puss, and it just unfortunately didn't work for him. But I mean, he shot his shot and he took his ball and went home. She didn't like that, and here we are. So, so they were both drunk. Well, yeah, they were both drunk. Let's face facts. They were probably both drunk. They could not be, but yeah, it's pretty likely that they were both, under the influence, intoxicated, as George Street Beer would once say. To Michael Bing Bing. But yeah, so, but that's pretty much it. It's kind of. I don't think Jan Blachowicz is angling for a fight, which I like. I like that fight. By the way, guys, I took your advice and got a microphone, a microphone lead. I don't stand. Sorry. Uh, it's quite cool now. I can actually do stuff and have hands up and kind of thing. Pop, 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 yeah. But I mean, I'll figure out where to put it properly soon. But yeah, but anyway, so that's done. We'll move on to UFC Fight Night. Manel Kip versus Brendan Raw Dog Royval. So as I said, I'm not being overly. Yeah, I might move myself a little bit actually. Oh shit, what am I doing? I might move myself a little bit actually. Up here, right in the middle. I just might go in the middle here. So, oh shit, and then so I'll click fucking down here or some shit. So basically, women's fight. And it's at the apex. It's it's some guys that fucking won on the contender series. Boom. Um, you know, so we've got what, Teresa Beleda versus Jamie Lynn Horth as the first fight of the night. And so these chicks here, it's fucking Seacat, eh? There we go. Yeah, so pretty good records. They're living Canadians at the moment in the UFC. Canada is the place to be. Um, for some reason now, but yeah. So I have seen her fight. She I can't remember when that fight was, but what was it? I remember that fight. She got smoked. She got fucking smoked against Miranda Maverick. Yeah. She beat Vanessa Demopoulos by a 29-28 decision. Huh. You wouldn't read about it. You know. So they're both, yeah. Oh, she lost to Natalia Silva and... Oh, we're learning together, guys. My mouse is fucked, though, so... Yeah. Gabriela Fernandez. So, so... Now, these are some names. We're looking at a 29-28 decision either way. It could be split, but I'm probably going to lean more towards... I'm not going to go... I'm not going to go the hotter one, which will... because that never works out, except for Mackenzie Dern's case. But I'm going to go Jamie Lynn Horth for a decision. And I'm just going to keep it as plain and simple as that. And then I will get a fucking ad because, of course, I do. So, unfortunately, I'm on Tapology. It's a great thing. If I was more prepared, Alan Fry versus Guillermo Pat. I butchered that name. I apologise, my man. Looks like again just some good old fashioned, late notice. Holy crap! We've got we've got two more dudes that we've got to make fights for. Holy crap! All right, boom. So they're undefeated. Looks like this guy's been fighting for slightly longer. But he's been fighting. Oh yeah, yeah. So it looks like are they both making their debut? So they're both making their debut. Good on them. I'm gonna go for. Oh, I'd like to go for Don Fry's son, but I don't think he's got the. I think he's going to do that good old fashioned lose thing. But I love. I love the fact that they use brown. Why is it brown? That's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Uh, but yeah. So it looks like Don Fry's son. Look, it's probably not Don Fry's son. I'm just going to call him that though. Is destined to knock this dude out. Which hey, that would be quite fun. That would actually be quite a fun. Quite a funny thing. Then you got Laura Santos versus Melissa Corden. I do know Lorna Santos. I think I have seen her fight in a before, and I do believe it was pretty good. I'm not going to look at this one this time. Versus, I believe this chick is a Melissa Corden is like just again another Canadian. They're just trying to get Canadians in. I think this is her debut as well. But I got Lorna Santos because I think the experience is going to take, even though it's not much more experience, but we're going to go good old fashioned decision. I don't think no one's finishing anyone in that fight. It is a bantamweight fight though. That's pretty cool. Right? Speaking of bantamweights, we've got some really. This is one of the sleeper fights that I'm looking forward to. This is old Stephen Asplund versus Concrete versus Sean Sharaf, the Smoke. So Sharaf's coming off a loss, and versus Junior Tuffer over a year ago. So he's been out for a year. And old mate, his one was he's another dude from the Contender Series, and he does not have a good physiology. Like, look at this dude. Like, he's got he would have had because it looks like he's had surgery and shit. Look, he would have had bigger titties than I do, and I'm, I ain't, I'm not a dainty flower. I know, yeah, I'm festively plump at the best of times. But yeah, so he he is actually, I believe, believe that he is the favourite in this, and I can understand why, because I think he's just had more experience, and I think been more active. I think he's just, it's his time. It's Asplan time, as they say. Yeah, imagine Asplan versus Aspinall, whereas my brother would say Espinal. Yeah, so yep, like I said, he'd be a favourite. But yeah, so he's either going to knock him out or it's going to be a grueling decision. Either way, I've got my boy Asplan to knock this dude out. Um, yeah, oh, fuck, I did the wrong thing then. And then in the prelims, you got Neil Magny. Neil Magny shouldn't be a prelim fighter on an Apex card. Neil Magny's Neil Magny's some prime. He's a featured fighter in an Apex card. But he's fighting former Bellator champion, 28-1, Yaroslav Amazov. See, I did pretty good on that one. See, so some of the names I'm pretty good on. That's a pretty brattery name though. If you catch my drift. But yeah, I think that Amaslov's coming for that 170 top 10. One Neil Magny at a time. He is gonna. This is gonna be either Yamazov is gonna. See, everybody goes around the name wrong. He's either gonna win immediately in round one, or he's gonna gruel out um, uh, the decision, because he has what it takes to do both, because he's had 5 round experience. He's actually fought some pretty good dudes. They're not exactly they're Bellator fighters, of course, but some of them, like those champions, the Bellator champions are they are like, I mean, Patchy Mix is not, he's probably the worst of them, to be fair. It's a bit sad. It's a bit sad, to be fair, but but all the rest of them, they're top 10 dudes. They're like, they like they happily have them fight, anyone between ranked 9 and 15, and they would have a pretty good chance. Some of them are outliers, and they might actually go even more hard out. I mean, Rona Derrida, despite him, kind of crapping out in this, against Brendan Allen, um, sometimes, that many weight cuts is just not good, and it just, sometimes 3 years ago, three fights in a year is good. 3 fights a year is mean. Like, I mean, all these dudes that only fight maybe, once every year and a half. It's like, that's why it's like dumb. It's like, with Islam. Well, Islam's not that bad, because you usually get 2 out of Islam. You usually get in January and October. Um, you know, you know, Hamza, you'd think that he would be the same, try and get like a January and an October in as well, because, but no, he's, I don't see him fighting. So they say April, May, but I don't see it until, probably minimum June, like late June, that, end of the month, June one, that they usually have. But yeah, but what do I know? I just want to see banging fights. And I just want to see the bout being fought for, and and some championship shit. I want to see some champ shit, But some of these dudes don't make it, thing, and that's why love him or hate him, Marab was my blood, but he tried fighting, he was a 3 time a year dude. He's a 3 time a year dude, and sometimes four, but that fourth time against certain competition ain't good for you, and as this as this one showed on his face. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Anyway, sorry, got on a bit of a tangent there. Then you got So next fight up the card, we have Joe Anderson Joe Anderson Brito versus Isaac Thompson. Isaac Thompson is a regional fighter who just got signed to the UFC from Australia, who is flying over there on, I think, yesterday's notice, and is now, fighting for, I guess, a slot in the UFC versus a very crafty fella in Joe Anderson Brito. So I don't think Isaac Thompson's, unless he makes this an absolute war and he can, and he loses a split decision or something like that. I think Brito's got this. So yeah. Next fight. So this fight here, I kind of want to watch this fight. So there are some women's fights that I do like. WMMA is, a little bit like WNBA. It's like there's some things that you want to watch every now and again. It's like usually highlights and stuff, but yeah, yeah. But this fight here was interesting, and Alenda Limoges is getting up there on the old, you know, she's getting up there now, in age. Gillian Robertson, I think, is only like 29 or something like that. This one I might actually open up and see, how close was I? 30 and 38. See, I mean, yeah, so I was getting pretty close on that one. So, so odds are pretty, odds are pretty good. Like excuse me. I wouldn't say no to those odds. Yeah. Gillian Roberts on a roll at the moment, and I don't think this fight is Amanda Lemos' fight to win. She is not gonna. Yeah, she is going to be loser 7. But I think I think time. Yeah, I think time has just kind of is slowly catching up to her. She's just not on the fly. Like she's starting to get that 50-50 kind of thing. I mean, her competition's still pretty good, but yeah, she's usually tiring a little bit earlier. But yeah, and Gillian Robertson, as I said, she's just been getting pretty she's just been getting some pretty dominating wins recently, and and I think she's got the juice. She got the juice for it. Speaking of juice, we're fighting at 160 pounds. King Robert Green, Robert the King Green, is fighting Lance Gibson Jr. Another Canadian dude. See what I'm saying about this Canadian thing? They're trying to get more Canadians on there, so when they go to Canada, they have people that can fight. Like, look, we got local dudes here. We got local dudes here, eh? We don't have Mike Mallet and Andre Barriou. And I think there's one other guy. Oh, and Gillian Robertson. Come on, man. Oh, I think Kyle Nelson. Yeah. So I mean, there's a few, but yeah. Well, yeah. I think it is too much too soon for Lance Gibson Jr., even though Bobby Green's like 39 or something like that. But he is, he's got that unk, and I think this last fight is, this fight is to determine whether or not the year of the unk actually, because a lot of unks lost pretty badly, but then there were quite a lot of unks that just, wound back the clock and just smoked some dudes. And I'm looking at some Hani Barcelo section right there, um, because he did that Cody Garbrandt and Peyton Taylor, who just smoked Henry Cejudo. So Henry Cejudo, right? So he is pretty good. Like Henry Cejudo was, he's a good fighter, but like, he lost a step ever since he basically retired. He like that time that he took, he shouldn't have retired. He just shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. But yeah. Oh, excuse me. Bobby Green's always a fun fight. So, but I've got King Green. Let's see what he's got. Next fight on the card, this guy here versus Kennedy Ninjutsu versus Marcus Bachecha. I don't know why I said it like that. I've got Kennedy all the way on this one. I think Bachecha is, what's he? Yeah, he lost to someone. Even though he's 5-2, who did he lose to? Because I think it's a couple of fights in the oofs. I didn't want to open this one up. One championship, Omar Kane. Oh yeah, and Martin Bidet. This is the guy that's right. This is the guy that Martin Bidet blobbed on. Yeah, Martin Bidet blobbed on this guy. And Martin Bidet got cut and not this guy. uh, oh my god. Oh my god. Fucking Kennedy. Yeah, Kennedy's got this, but he's he is he's got the juice. He's got the not the juice if you not that juice, not that kind of juice. He might, but not in what I'm trying to say. Anyway, bloody hell. Alright, so now this is the proper main card now. And we've got a whole, who the fuck? Morgan Charrier versus Mikhail Koska. Well, I'm going to go for my boy Punisher. Mainly because I am not. Morgan Charrier. Like 21-11. Like it's not a great, it's not a great record. And also, yeah, I can see him. Yeah, I can see him wilting. Especially to Costa. He's got good pressure. He is this again is gonna be a banger fight. I've got Costa by. I'm gonna say he's either gonna get TKO him late, mid to late, late round 2, early round 3, or he's just gonna grind him out for a decision. Charrier don't have that. Don't have that dog in him. Next up is Cesar Almeida versus Cesare Olajic. It's Michael Olajic's brother. I think. See, this is a tough one because he's 16-3, so he's like it's quite, he's got quite a lot of experience under his belt, you know. So it's a bit hard to, it's a bit hard to, you know, gauge. But I would, I'm gonna, I'll, oh, what do I have? What do I have over here? Oh, I've got a. No, that's just a plastic wrapper. Well, I don't have anything. All right, but I'll bet something that I can easily reach to. I can bet you uh, someone else's mail um, for the fact that it's going to be Cesare Olajic by TKO. Yep, that's me. And I don't, yeah, and hopefully I win something better than someone else's mail as the prize. Co-main event is Kevin Vallejos versus Chikadze. Yeah, there we go. That's a Georgia name. Yeah, he's from Georgia. He's not a brother though. He's not a brother. Kevin Vallejos is going to win this bad boy. He's gonna win this hard and he's gonna win this fast. He's not gonna win this fast. He's gonna win this. He's gonna keep some pressure on. He's gonna make Giga kick weird. And he's gonna grind this out. He's gonna he's gonna fuck him up, man. He's gonna fuck him up. 2015 was the year of Kevin Vallejos as well, and he is going to be. He's going to be fighting, some top 10 dudes coming up soon. His only loss is to Gene Silver, and he, and that was a split decision loss. They both, and that was on the Contender Series, and I'm pretty sure both of them got signed as a result. So people forget, man. Kevin Vallejos is the man. But then we've got the main event, which is Manel Kape versus Brandon Royval. I don't know, man. Manel Kape likes to cheat, and he likes to cheat pretty fucking hard. He's a little mini Izzy, Izzy slash John Jones slash, not that Izzy cheats, but like he fights like Izzy, but he's cheaty like John Jones. Cheat, yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he likes to cheat, so that's why I want Brandon Royval to, show him why he's called Raw Dog, because that is a nickname. What's going on? My name's Raw Dog. I'm gonna raw dog. I'm gonna raw dog you up, boy. Yeah, it just beats him up, and I mean, this is gonna go to decision, and I think that Brandon Royval is gonna just show him, that there's some shit to this, and I think that the eye pokes and the low blows are gonna play a factor. But I think he's going to get a point deducted, and I think that's the reason why Brandon Royval will end up winning by he'll probably end up winning by it'll nearly look like a split decision. It'll be a 49. There'll be 149-48, and then 40, and then 48-47 or something like that. Or 46. Oh yeah, because those or 49-49. Sorry, because because old mates. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you know what I'm getting at. But So this is the final fight card of the year. It's all right. It's all right. It's yawn fest. It's yawn fest. I mean, thankfully it's on in the morning. Is what I said to that. Thankfully it's on in the morning. Um, yeah, a little bit disappointing that it is the final UFC of the year, but I mean, it would have been nice if we left the year um, at in an arena like with a crowd, you know. But yeah, it's all good. That's all good. But yeah, um, but yeah. So that is yes, that's it. And then 6 weeks, and then UFC 324 is next. Um, yeah, interim lightweight title against uh Justin Gagey versus Paddy Pimblett for that. um, and yeah, and plenty of other banger cards, and I'll be talking about those cards a little bit, you know, towards that time. I am probably going to bring up a little bit of um, uh, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua stuff coming up, because it's due to be coming up in I think next week. I think it's next Friday. I want to say. I think it's like the 19th or something like that. I think the thing he says, but yeah. So who knows? Who bloody well knows, eh? Um, Yeah, I suppose I should check up some other news. This was what I wanted to bring up. Um, yeah, brother. Volk is this weird fucking jobber dude in Street Fighter. Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. So I'm hoping for more of this kind of news coming up in the near. Well, basically for the next 6 weeks until there's no, yeah. I am looking at doing uh, a bit of a live stream. Probably going to do that maybe in Christmas. A little bit of a change of scenery. We might be live streaming a little bit of basketball. Might learn a thing or two about a thing or two. Um, yeah, but I was really hoping. Yeah, but look at this guy. Yeah, man. Yeah, look at his totally real haircut. It's pretty cool, eh? Yeah. Um, and of course I guess that's the other reason why they probably didn't want Volk didn't want to fight, because he was doing this movie as well. Yeah, and Dana White didn't not allow him to do it like he did with Rampage. So, hmm, hmm, funny that. Funny that indeed. And speaking of funny that, sounds like Dana White, being the Dana White man that he is, right? So Dana White being, Dana White, he's a bit of a piece of shit. But it sounds like he might actually be onto something with Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou might be not a very nice guy. Yes. Listen.
Where I'm getting very close with on the PFL contract, so they have to give me a fight.
Okay, when you say close, what do you mean by that? Close to the end?
Yep,
Okay. When is that?
soon.
You talked about wanting to fight John Jones at the White House.
Yeah, I mean, yes, if that could have happened.
Right. Would your PFL contract end before that event happens so that it would work out to where you could explore that?
Yes.
Oh my dear. This is interesting stuff, Francis. But he might not get that fight. It seems like they're mad at him. Because now he wants to fight on the White House card, but Dana White said he doesn't trust him to be on the White House card, so he's not going to put him on there.
I don't know. I think the White House card is the fire away. A lot of things can happen.
I think what's interesting is you could be a free man again.
Yeah. Okay. I will be soon.
If it was up to you, the opponent, the sport, the month, the location, can you tell us what you want?
Two things. I would say two things. I would say John Jones and Deontay Wilder.
Do you feel confident that that can happen next year?
Confident? No, but there's a chance that everything can happen.
So true or false, in the year 2026, Francis Ngannou versus John Jones happens?
True or false?
Yeah, that's the question for you. That's you tell me true or false.
Well, I don't have.
I am an idiot. That was totally the wrong video. We watched the whole fucking thing. Oh my god. How fucking awesome am I, eh? Oh, that's so good. So what what Francis Ngannou didn't tell you there is that he didn't say that he grabbed Dana White by the scruff of the neck and said, "We're not done talking here. Look at me. We have not just finished talking. My name is Francis Ngannou. Please." But anyway, yeah, so and Dana White was like, "Nobody, get your fucking hands off me, brother." So that was meant to be his response to the story that Dana White told Andrew Schultz on Flagrant. And yeah, so obviously, you know, the get your fucking hands off me, you know, thing, maybe, you know, maybe not a little bit, you know, maybe slightly exaggerated, you know, maybe like the story is embellished slightly, but yeah, so Dana White has already responded to this thing. Now, this one actually is correct because I found this one first. So I know this one is correct, and I am gonna be man, I'm sorry about this, but I'll get there. I'll get there in the end. You know, they say.
I understand because it's not just the weight cutting, you know, the fan incident, he headbutted Dan Hooker. Like, there's a lot with Arman that's kind of...
Patty Pimblett laid it out pretty well.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Paddy sort of gave me the layup there. But what does he have to do, right? Obviously, he is ranked #1.
He's here. You know what I didn't do? We haven't cut him. We're not sideways with him. We don't dislike him.
I'm sure he's aware of where you feel about it right now as well.
Yeah, well, listen, it is what it is. It's not like I've confronted Arman, and you know, Arman's a man. He knows how this played out. He knows how this all went down behind the scenes. He knows.
Yeah.
We all fucking know. I don't ever talk about this shit publicly because you guys are like a bunch of fucking old ladies, and you know, anything that you can get clicks on and fucking keep.
I did it a second time in a row. Oh my god, man. There's so much to talk about. I can't believe I got it wrong twice in a row. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh my god. But yeah, that is another tale of the modern MMA is Dana White not being happy with you. Yeah, man. Well, tune in on Monday when I actually talk about that whole Francis Ngannou and Dana White thing. I'll give you a little bit of an update on some other things that have happened as well, and I'll also give you my recap of what happened on at UFC. Brand Royval versus No Cap. Yeah. So that's so cool that I got those last two things wrong. But that's, that's just me being a newbie. Yeah. But hey, tune in next time and I won't make so many more mistakes. Like and subscribe. Be a cool guy and share it along with your mates. Turn your notifications on. And yeah, catch you next time. Let me know what you think in the comments of what you like and what you don't like. And hopefully next week I actually get the right articles, eh?